Welcome back. Thanks so much for being with us this afternoon. Appreciate all the viewers tuning in today. We have with us Cotter, first-time guest on the show from Care Center Ministries, and we're talking just in the break. And first time on the show, and you said, did you guys know anything about Care Center Ministries? I says, absolutely not. And this is always fun for me to do an interview like this because we get to find out from square one what it's all about, what's going on.
Okay, awesome. Well, I guess it's Care Center Ministries Mountain Home because we have a home base in Dallas. It's been around for about 30 years. I came from this area here, Mountain Home, and had a lifestyle of drug addiction and in and out of all the institutions that we have, and just spent a lifetime in it. And I went to a ministry called Care Center about 4.5 years ago to get some help, with my drug addiction problems. And God got a hold of me, and they raised me up in the ministry and taught me everything that you would need to know to run a ministry, and got an associate's degree in biblical studies. And they sent me to Birmingham, Alabama to birth the first franchise of Care Center Ministries. And what it is it's a 1-year faith-based discipleship program for addicted men, men with any life controlling issues.
Okay.
And so we take them in free of charge, no wait for bed space. We just take them in and just start discipling them. So it's hands-on discipleship for the men. They start serving in the community the moment they come into the program. We're not government or federally supported. We're 501c3 nonprofit organization. And we established the first franchise in Birmingham, and then they sent me here back home with my family to do it again. And so in Birmingham, we started with just a building, started taking in men. We had a small church there that a pastor was doing, and so the church grew from about 12 to 70 people, opened a soup kitchen, started a food pantry, started a youth ministry and community service projects in the community, and just started giving back in that community, raised up some leaders from the same men that were doing drugs and running the streets in Birmingham, have been raised up into leadership positions and now take off and running with the ministry now, which led me to be able to freed me up, and God sent us here. And now we started here a year ago at the end of April, and we've had 70 men come through our home. We have 15 right now, 5 of them in Leadership Academy, which means they're helping and being trained as leaders in the ministry. They feel a call of God on their lives. We have had, last year when we got here, we did 6 sidewalk Sunday schools, which we'll do again this year at North Star Apartments. We'll do them every other Saturday until it's too cold. As soon as it's warm enough to go out there with the kids and start playing and getting in their lives, we'll start developing relationships again with them, and then growing the relationships we established last year with the kids. And this is just the men in the home coming together, and we're just doing something in the community. And not only that, but we do stuff like build wheelchair ramps to help people put roofs on their houses. So whatever we can be, just the hands and feet of Jesus, and we just teach our men to serve and give back to the community. And so it's been a blessing. We've done a number of things in the community. We have a lawn business we started, and from that we have 16 widows' yards that we're locking down to give back to the community. So not only are we making money to provide for these men and to give to these men, but we're giving back to the community as well with whatever we can. We are here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, and we live in a 6-bedroom house just past Walmart. There's 15 of us. I know, a little cramped, but it works. And we had property donated. So God's been providing property and material and finances this whole time we came here on next to nothing but a word from God. And we just put the trusses on an 8,000 square foot building today. We finished the trusses, and so we're just believing in God to get it finished up. And
so you've been here for how long? When did you get here?
Just under a year.
Wow.
Okay. April 23rd.
You're really moving.
And 70
so it's been
men already
have
impacted.
come in and out. So
it's amazing to me how someone like you can come in, see a need, and with all the other organizations that are trying to help people in different ways, that need is filled almost instantly. There's a lot of people in need out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to come to you, do they have to go through a drug rehab program first?
Well, that's basically what we are. We're a residential program for addicted men. And so they come in sometimes with just a shirt on their backs, with nothing, absolutely nothing, lost everything. And A lot of times we got to be completely broken. It's a long-term.
I was going to say it's not short-term.
No, it's 1 year. It's a one-year program. The first 6 months they're working and serving alongside of us in the ministry, being discipled, hands-on discipleship, teaching them basic life skills. You know, all those things that they needed to be taught from the beginning, just like myself.
Yeah.
And
well, you were ready, were you not, when you
yes.
first started? You'd probably gone through a couple transitions where you thought that you were clean and sober, but you weren't. Is that a process?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of times I felt like I was going to make it or going to change, and it just never worked out. And it wasn't until God got a hold of me that everything worked out. And you have to have a true desire to change. And that's one of the things. If someone calls me and says, "Hey man, I need some help, I'm struggling," the first thing I ask them, "Are you sure you're ready? Are you ready to do whatever it takes?" Because if you're not, then we may not be time for you.
Right.
Do you qualify people? Is there a process?
Well, I screen them personally just because I know the background. I've lived it and know it all too well. And so it doesn't take much for me to catch on. So I just really want to get in there and talk with a guy for a minute and check his heart on some stuff. And if I really feel like he's broken, you know, we just take him in and give him a shot.
Do you ever feel like telling somebody you're not ready?
I have.
You have?
Yes, I have. I've told more than one person that he's not ready.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times they don't want to let go of a lot of things. You know, so we ask them, in our program is real structured and geared to, it's just real disciplined. And so it's a non-smoking facility, no relationships with a woman unless they're married. They have to quit their job if they hadn't already lost it, and then no cell phones. So that's a lot to leave behind.
Wow.
But the thing is, if you continue on your path, you're going to lose it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And so whether you give it up now and start over, or you lose it later and it gets worse, it's up to them. And I give, you know, of course, let them know that that's an option that they'll have to weigh out themselves.
Yeah.
And if they have a family, they actually come and live at your facility.
Yes, ma'am.
So they leave their
Residential.
family.
Yes, ma'am.
But they can visit?
Yes, ma'am. They'll have passes accordingly and stuff, depending on their behavior. It's great. The last 6 months, we help them with job placement, money management, and they stay with us at 6 months, taking all they learned the first 6 months into that work, into the work area, workforce. And if they can hold that job for 6 whole months and stay drug-free, because they're subject to drug screening and alcohol tests, and if they can maintain that last 6 months as they're going out, you know, like a, you know, adult is going to a job back and forth and maintaining a level of responsibility and with his finances and with his behavior, then we believe that he's ready at the end of that year to transition right to his own place, because he's also required to save up a certain amount of money in order for him to transition right into his own apartment. So he doesn't have to go back to live with mom. He already has a job for 6 whole months, so he's stable with his finances because he's been taught to be, and he's been clean for a year.
Yeah.
I think
he's
it's a
ready
great
to
start.
let go at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great start.
Now you're here to get your
just,
message out.
Yes, just wanted to let the people know that we're here and that we've got help to offer, and it doesn't matter if you're from Mountain Home. We've got people from Texas, from all over the country. We've got people from Birmingham. I mean, I can name all the towns, Oklahoma.
So even though you're crowded now, that you still want to help people.
Yes, yes. So we won't turn nobody down. We got a couple of beds open right now, but I mean, I'd rather them sleep on the couch than have a chance of staying out there and dying.
The facility that's going up now, when is it supposed to be finished?
It will be finished, we hope, in the next 2 months.
Okay.
We hope in the next 2 months.
And will that have a bigger bed
Yes,
capacity?
ma'am. We'll be able to house about 28 men.
Wow.
Commercial kitchen, and it's on 20 acres, so we can do a lot on that 20 acres.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And so it'll be great. We're having a friend raiser I wanted to make sure that I made known of, and that's April 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. And we're just going to have some hors d'oeuvres, present the ministry, let you know more details about what all we've done, put some stuff up on the screen, pictures of updates and whatnot, all the things that God's allowed us to do. So that's April 30th from 6 to 7, and that's at the Christian Church right here in Mountain Home.
Okay.
And if someone needs help, needs services,
please call.
How do they get a hold of you?
You can call me at 870-736-6028, or you can just Google Care Center Ministries Mountain Home, and you'll find us on Facebook and on several other things on Google.
Nice to meet you, Ty.
Thank you.
And good luck to you while you're here, and hopefully the facility will be here for quite a while, serving a lot of people.
Yes, yes. We hope so as well. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me. Really appreciate
All right,
it.
we're going to switch down the list because Debbie Womack is here, and she's representing Kindness Inc. And we'll be talking about Arkansas Gives when we return. Stay with us.